Welcome back to the Crypto Report, everybody. I am Crypto Kip, and welcome to another live stream here at the Crypto Report. Guys, you saw it on the thumbnail. You probably saw it on Twitter, aka the X app, Elon Musk's X app. SBF is guilty. It's official. 7 counts on 7 counts of fraud, guys. He is going to jail for a very long time. And what else is going on? Crypto's pumping right now. Absolutely spectacular to see crypto pumping. I guess you could feel bad for FTX, for Sam Bankman-Fried, but at the same time, no, you don't. He committed one of the largest fraud cases that has ever occurred in U.S. history, guys. It's absolutely ridiculous. But we've been talking about this story for a long time. It's finally coming to a close. So let's look at the end of this trial. Let's talk about what's going on there. And let's look at the charts. We got to look at some key levels because Coin is exploding right now. Some altcoins are rising up and breaking out versus Bitcoin, which is very interesting. And Bitcoin is trying to find its way back above $35,000 right now. We have a very large candle that I want to share with you guys on the 4-hourly and take a peek at some of these key levels. Just see where we're at right now. Look at the overall market cap. Let's get into it, guys. If you like the content, consider subscribing to the to the channel. I have my coffee this morning, a large coffee, courtesy of one of the reps. I'm in sales. I got a $25 Starbucks gift card for some free coffee. Me and my wife went on a little trip this morning, got a nice little breakfast sandwich, some coffee, and this way I can have some energy as I report some of this crypto news to you. So buckle up, get ready. Cryo, good to see you. Just looking. Welcome back, everybody. Let's get into some of these stories. Really good to see, let me fix my sidecar real quick, that Bitcoin is moving up right now. I still am a skeptic on this $35,000 price level for now. Do I want to see it break above? Of course I want to see it break above. I want to see CRO back at $1. I want to see Bitcoin at 100K plus. I want to see all these things, but nothing happens overnight, guys. So let's just see where we're at right now. Let's get into some of it. Welcome, everybody. Let's talk a little bit about crypto. So the overall market cap is currently at $1.3 trillion according to CoinMarketCap. We'll look at the chart for that here in a second. But as you can see, Bitcoin right now is at $34,827. Yesterday, this thing was testing the lower half of $34,000, which was very interesting. We had a very eventful week. The FOMC meeting came. We had some volatility around that. They decided to pause the interest rate hikes. They're leaving an interest rate hike still on the table, but a lot of large folks like Goldman Sachs and executives over there don't believe that they're going to raise the interest rates even again in 2024. And so you kind of have a contrast between the market, who thinks there are no more interest rate hikes coming, and you have Federal Chair Jerome Powell, who's the head of the FOMC meeting, and decides that we're going to say that that's not off the table yet. And so the question is still in the air. Are we going to have another rate hike? That is still a big question mark for people. But yesterday, or 2 days ago now, the news came out that there was a pause. So that was bullish. That moved Bitcoin up. We kind of came back down because $35,000 is a key level. And we've looked at this, guys, because Chris Marzliak has now tweeted, this is the CEO of Crypto.com, has tweeted twice about the $35,000 level. This is a key mental level. This guy never tweets. He tweeted twice about 35K. 35K is an important level, guys. So we're going to keep an eye on that very sternly. It's very, very, very important. Ethereum right now at $1,809, also trying to make its moves up. Bitcoin dominance is doing very well right now, but it is good to see that some altcoins are starting to rally. Looking at Bitcoin dominance, it's currently at 52.7%, been wavering between 52 and 53% here over the last couple days. Ethereum dominance came down. It was at 17% and up. In fact, a couple weeks ago, I think this thing barely hit like 18%, coming down a little bit, which means other altcoins are rallying, which is exactly what we've seen. Solana has been moving. XRP, still, every single video I do has climbed up a penny and a half, 2 pennies. It's trickling up, guys. XRP is starting to move. I've been talking a little bit about this. I got a cousin who actually, at the beginning of the stream, if you heard my phone ring, he tried to call me. I got to call him back. Maybe his ears are ringing because I was about to talk about XRP. I don't know. Maybe he's calling me because actually my cousin is my realtor for the house that I'm buying too on November 13th. So maybe that's what's going on there. I don't know. But Solana right now at 22% gains over the last 7 days. Cardano's been doing pretty well as well. Some people think it's starting to show some weakness. I don't know. I mean, it's all up to Bitcoin, really, at the end of the day. Bitcoin's still probably going to continue to climb in dominance. Some folks out there think Bitcoin can climb to 60% dominance. I say, sure, why not? We've been talking a lot about how much Bitcoin you want to hold relative to your other cryptos. Bitcoin's not a bad idea, in my opinion, to have as a majority of your portfolio, especially as we're leading into a bull market. When we get into a bull market, what people tend to do, what I've seen, is they start to sell their Bitcoin for altcoins, and altcoins start to rally, and that's just how it goes. Let's get a sip of coffee. By the way, this is a tall, what do you know? Not a tall, a venti, the biggest one, black iced coffee with 3 scoops of vanilla bean powder. What is vanilla bean powder? It's glorious. And it's like, it's a vanilla flavoring, except it doesn't have all that sugar. It's just powder, and it's not sugary. 0 calories, I believe, but a lot of flavor. Very delicious. Don't know where else to find it except for Starbucks. So that's my drink. Crypto Kip's coffee of choice when at the store, which is usually I'm just doing as my Mr. Coffee Maker. It's some black coffee with vanilla bean powder. Yeah, I hope these markets get as energized as I'm getting with this coffee right now, because I would love to see these things continue to explode. But again, we're waiting on Bitcoin. Looking at Cronos coin, here's a great thing. Title of this video, Cronos exploding. It is. Crypto.com is exploding right now. I mean, it's up 11%. It's doing well. It hit 6.6 cents. Here we go. Flicker to 6.6 cents. It's at 6.6. There it is. 6.6 cents right now. Yesterday, in the morning, this thing was at rank number 35. So it climbed a little bit. I want to see Cronos get into the top 20. It's going to be really fun to watch this coin climb up past a bunch of these coins and move up into the top 20 like OKX. Remember, Binance coin its main competitor at a $34 billion market cap. And by the way, I think my video later today or maybe this weekend at some point is going to be all about a Crypto.com 2023 review. And we got to look at all the progress that the Crypto.com team has made here, because the things that they've done in this bear market have been incredible. They've done a lot to really grow the brand and prepare themselves for the bull market, which is why I do think they're going to be a major competitor versus Binance when this thing really starts to kick off, guys. I'm very much looking forward to that. By the way, guys, I know a lot of you guys are in the comment section right now commenting away. I appreciate it. I will get to a Q&A at the end of this video. We've got a special guest in the chat today. I believe Mrs. Crypto Kip is watching and probably commenting right now in this comment section. Oh, no, she hasn't commented yet. She's watching. She's lingering in the shadows, guys. She's here. She's here. Anyway, Sam Bankman-Fried's trial was really something that everybody has been keeping an eye on here. This is the thing that collapsed crypto. Remember, guys, let's look at the price of Bitcoin back in November. And here you go. You can see Bitcoin right now is moving up in a big way, but I'm going to zoom back out. I'm going to go to the weekly candles. Let's go to November. This was a candle that defined crypto here for the last year. Boom. This was FTX's crash. This is a 27% crash on the news that FTX goes insolvent, and when the FTX token was crashing, this candle occurred. We found bottom. We called this true bottom. I still believe that's true bottom. We predicted that beautifully here on the channel. We nailed it exactly right. But that was crazy. And now we're finally kind of coming up out of this. And what's interesting, guys, is this is the thing that defined crypto over the last year. Now, it's good to see this man finally found guilty in court. The official number they're going to peg on him is $10 billion he stole from customers. Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. They call him a disheveled crypto genius, but what he said over and over and over again in court is that he didn't know anything about crypto. Well, he didn't know anything about crypto before starting FTX. How's that possible? It's a lie. It's a lie. This man lies. The closing statement for the prosecution was he tried to fool politicians, he tried to fool millions of Americans, and now he's trying to fool you, speaking to the jury. That was a beautiful closing line from the prosecution. Talking about this man that, was one of the richest men almost on Earth. I think, I wonder where he was. Like, was he in the top 10 of the most wealthy folks on Earth? I mean, he was definitely one of the richest men. That's for certain. And one of the crazy things is this. Throughout the trial, however, he and his defense, I'm just going to read this whole paragraph for you because this is just an idea of who he was. Throughout who he was, like it's almost like he's not with us anymore. He's going to jail, guys. He's going to prison. Throughout his trial, however, and he and his defense failed to offer a compelling explanation for how billions have been misappropriated without the CEO's knowledge. Not because he's dumb, because he's guilty, and that's the way he had to do it. He had to say, I don't know. Couldn't explain why his subordinates would engage in such a scheme without his involvement. Adding to the circus-like atmosphere, his team requested a delay until the defendant could receive Adderall. Need my drugs. A prescription drug often used to treat ADHD. The delay request was denied, but Bankman-Fried had also reported not having access to Adderall while in jail awaiting trial, and complained of cruel conditions. I think it's more likely that there weren't cruel conditions, that he just didn't like being in jail. Probably tough from stealing $10 billion and living in a mansion in the Bahamas, moving to a jail cell. Probably tough going from playing video games and having your drugs and having, I think, orgies all the time is what it sounds like, to not having your vegan diet and being on a concrete floor with a little thin mattress on, one sink, one toilet. Probably tough. Cruel conditions? Cruel conditions are stealing billions of dollars from innocent people. People just trying to make their way through the world, make a buck, investing in crypto, a technology that's great, through a terrible exchange. It's great to see, guys. Let's put this to rest. He's gone. The S&P 500, however, is coming back. It's rallying right now. Is it the SBF pump? No, it's just separate. Guys, the markets are very excited to see what the FOMC meeting just came out and did. November, we've had a couple, downward months for the S&P 500. It's been a tough couple months, and now we're having a little bit of a recovery rally because the Fed isn't raising the interest rates, and because jobs are still decently strong, lower than expectations, but still decently strong. And what's interesting is the goal for the Fed over the last couple months and the policy they've been having to raise the interest rates was an intentional maneuver to put pressure on the economy. Downward pressure on the economy, downward pressure on jobs, which sounds bad. But honestly, that is one of the only ways that the Fed has to fight inflation. Well, it's been working. And it's been working in a way where it's not totally killing jobs and it's not totally killing the economy. So the economy is still doing decently well, but it seems like the policy from the Fed has been working so far. What he did say, however, is a doom and gloom statement, Fed Chair Jerome Powell, which we got to be aware of, guys, because he said if we go to a spot where the S&P 500 starts breaking all-time highs before inflation cools, that would be the worst case scenario. And so what we don't want to see is the S&P 500 absolutely explode and break out to all-time highs. Because if the S&P breaks out to all-time highs, then it's almost a sure bet that we are going to get another rate hike. Guys, be on the lookout for that. If the S&P 500 breaks out to new highs, then we have to be on the lookout for another Fed rate hike, which could cause more fear in the market. So this is something that we have to be aware of. Gary AP, good to see you. QBA, Cryo, 2J3. Everybody's in the chat today. We're hanging out. Look at this, guys. We got the whole crew. Look at this. We got everybody. Welcome, everybody. We got 38 viewers, 12 likes. Smash that like button for me, guys. People are asking me, what is Crow's price going to be? Big gains, big gains. We'll see. We'll look at all the charts here. Yeah, you know what? I think let's just, are we getting into the S&P right now? Yeah. Well, let's get into Bitcoin. Let's look at Bitcoin. You guys want to see some charts. I'm going to have some more coffee to become more of a psycho. And we're going to look at some charts. We're going to look at some key levels. Let me do some filtering here. Let's get it to where we want to be. But look at the nice rally we've had for Bitcoin. Yes. It's been beautiful. There was your bottom, FTX, and now we're off the bottom. It's good. Okay. What I want to show you guys, I love the 4 hourly candles. I don't know if you're a trader. But as a trader, I even do like the 4 hourly candles as well. But in general, 4 hourly candles are nice. You can see that Bitcoin is trying not to go back down to 33K. This is kind of level where we tested. Maybe I'll even bring this down just a little bit. We were testing right here and breaking between 35 and 33K. 33.6 to be exact. This is kind of the zone where Bitcoin is stuck right now. Now, there's a couple things we need to consider. The other day, we broke up above 35K. And what a lot of people did was thought, okay, we're just going to explode to 40K, 50K in the snap of a finger. That didn't happen. Why? Because nothing goes straight up over time, immediately overnight. We've had an incredible rally all the way since, let's see, October 15th, 16 days ago or so. From bottom to peak over the last 18 days, we've had a 34% rally for Bitcoin. That's insane. That's insane to think about, guys. That's billions and billions and billions of dollars flowing into crypto. Now, we are having a nice little candle upward again. Is this because that SBF was sentenced and guilty and found guilty? I don't know if that's why this is. But anyway, we're still testing between these two levels. If Bitcoin can get a decisive breakout, and let's go actually to the daily candles here, because we did have a daily candle close above this key level, okay? And then we had a nice red candle and a fake out wick. And this candle, had this candle turned green, we would have certainly had more of a rally upward, in my opinion. But we need to have like a full daily candle close above this level to kind of show me that Bitcoin really wants to break above 35K right now. Now, we've got two red candles in a row right now. On the 4 hourly, we're getting a little bit of a rally, which is why this red candle is shrinking. But I still want to look out for a 33K touch point. And really, guys, 32K, we kind of breezed through. I don't know how strong this level is anymore. But my main levels are 33K and $30,000 again for Bitcoin. I really think we're going to at least test $30,000. And I really wouldn't be surprised to see one more sweep of pain, maybe in January, maybe in February, maybe even in December for 25K Bitcoin. One more plunge. Does that have to happen? No. I really am looking out for 30K though. I just think we have more volatility. It's not just like a full-on bull market yet, guys. If you're thinking it's a bull market, you got to be careful when you're trading. When it is a bull market, if you're buying and holding, that's typically going to do you better than trying to, determine a breakout and do a high leverage trade, in my opinion. But some people are really good at it. We were just talking about an example yesterday where somebody in the chat, I'm trying to remember who it was again, actually had a really successful trade. But what do? They were in and out in 15 minutes, and that's really effective. Now, to kind of get a better temperature of where this market's at, you just look at the overall market cap, and same story. Remember, we had now these are the daily candles. Daily candle close above a key level at 1.25 trillion. And then the next daily candle was a little bit lower, came down. Now we have another candle that's red. It's just kind of in limbo right now. What's interesting to see, though, is XRP. XRP is trying to put up a green candle versus Bitcoin. What else is trying to put up a green candle versus Bitcoin? Let's look at CRO versus Bitcoin. CRO versus Bitcoin, putting up a green candle versus Bitcoin. Pretty good to see. Binance, however, no. Even Binance on the weekly candle, still putting it up. On the daily candle, not so much. Trying to find a bottom. Binance has been a lot stronger through this bear market than CRO, and so potentially has maybe more downside, or you could say maybe the reverse of that, which is CRO maybe just has more upside considering how much further it fell. And that's exactly what we're seeing. CRO's kind of coming back up right now, which is great to see, testing its key level at 6.6 cents, which I talked about. I've been pretty happy with the levels that I've been predicting, guys, going down to the 4 hourly candles. Just look, we hit this level exactly, and now we had 3-4 hourly candles dancing on the line. And just now we've got another one right below it. It's a good level. 6.6 cents. My next level is 12 cents. I saw some people talking about 10 cents. Sure, maybe 10 cents is a cool level, right around here. Okay, I could see that a little bit. Maybe at the bottom of here. 10 cents. I'll just put in a marker because I see a lot of people starting to talk about 10 cents. So we'll just put it in. But look, altcoins are trying to rally against Bitcoin. The fact of the matter is this, though. It's all up to Bitcoin. If Bitcoin starts to really crash, I don't think the altcoins can continue to rally. And so that's just kind of a reality we need to continue to keep in mind. Could I be wrong? Absolutely. Look, this is not financial advice. I'm not an expert of experts. I'm just a guy that's been in this market since 2016 and have felt all the ups and downs and felt a lot of the pain and glory that comes with crypto, guys. But one thing I want you guys to remember is, smaller altcoins, your favorite alts. A lot of people are waiting for an altcoin rally. Well, how can we get such a rally? Well, this is a key to that I you guys need to remember. And it's something I talk about all the time, but don't take my word for it. Look at the Fidelity executive, okay? So a Fidelity executive, Jurrien Timmer, compared Bitcoin to exponential gold. Not just gold, exponential gold. Now, we've talked about this a lot, guys. Gold has a $12 trillion market cap, okay? Bitcoin has you can see it right here, almost $700 billion market cap. $12 trillion versus $700 billion. Guys, that's over a 10x, okay? That's over a 10x. And in fact, is that like a 20x? It's a lot of money, all right? It's over a 10x. Yeah, it's like a 10 to 15x if Bitcoin flips gold. Fidelity executive, guys, this is the fifth, top 5 largest asset manager in the world, I think, Fidelity. Remember, BlackRock launching a Bitcoin ETF. You got Van Eck. You got ARK Invest launching a Bitcoin ETF. You got Goldman Sachs talking about Bitcoin. You got Fidelity executives talking about Bitcoin versus gold, calling it exponential gold. If it's exponential gold, what does that mean? That means they think Bitcoin is not only going to be bigger than gold, they think it's going to be exponentially bigger than gold. Well, if that's the case, then look at the overall market cap, guys. And let's just go out to the monthly candles now and look at this fun story. Our previous high, guys, is $3 trillion for the overall market cap for crypto. All right. Well, what happens when we break that? Well, from current levels to that, that's 133% gain for just about every token in crypto, at least the good ones that are going to get gains when the overall crypto market rallies. If you're in a coin that doesn't rally and we're breaking out all-time highs in the overall crypto market cap, you probably did something wrong, folks. Okay, so when this overall market cap rallies 133% to just get to our previous all-time high back in the peak of 2021 in November, you're going to see a lot of projects exploding. And if you're not seeing your projects exploding, then you should probably be concerned about the project that you're in my opinion. That's my opinion. But if Bitcoin is exponentially bigger than gold, then that means Bitcoin, which is 53% of the market, remember? Bitcoin, if it's exponentially bigger than gold, let's just say it's as big as gold. That means Bitcoin would alone have a, let's say, $12 trillion market cap. That's about what the market cap of gold is. That means from current levels, and this, remember, guys, we're looking at the overall market cap. You're looking at a 7x, let's call it an 8 or 9x for the overall market cap to get to 12 trillion. But remember, Bitcoin is 50% of the market. And so that really means that you're now at somewhere probably around a $20 trillion overall market cap in order for Bitcoin to have, a $12 trillion market cap, bringing Bitcoin dominance down. Just conservatively, looking at a 1,480% rally for crypto market cap overall, a 15x for the crypto market overall. Guys, that is trillions of dollars. It's $19 trillion flowing into the crypto market, 12 of which goes to Bitcoin. Where does the other 8 go? Where does the other 5 or 6 or 8 go? All right. It goes into altcoins, guys. It goes into altcoins. It goes into Ethereum. It goes into altcoins. Guys, if $1 billion flows into CRO, do you know where it goes? It goes to 12. It goes to, well, probably like 10 cents. Maybe even like 12 cents, probably. because right now we're at a 1.5 billion. If 1.5 billion dollars flows into CRO, boom, we basically get here. We basically go up here. Actually, we go to like 13 or 14 cents. But that's what that is. $1 billion. There are what? 1,000? Is it 1,000 billions in a trillion? 1,000 billions in a trillion. So there's 8,000 billions left over if Bitcoin takes the 12 trillion and we've got a remaining, 8 trillion left over. That's 8,000 billions left over. Where are they going to go? They're going to go into the top coins. And so what you want to see is your favorite coins climbing to the top of the rank to absorb most of the market cap. If you have a lower cap coin and it climbs, those are the best gains. When you see a coin come from the lower ranks and lower 100 all the way up to, the top 20, that's when you're making really big money, guys. Now, no guarantees that any coin is going to do that, but inevitably some coin will do that. Maybe it's a meme coin. Maybe it's a project that's a competitor to Ethereum. That's one we've typically seen, like one Ethereum competitor climb up out of the ranks. But I'm going to be keeping an eye on this, guys. And eventually, $20 trillion market cap for crypto, altcoins are going to be able to rip, absolutely rip. And you can have not only a dollar CRO in the future, but if that kind of movement happens, $5 CRO becomes very, very easy. Then you're looking at, a $50 billion, $100 billion market cap for CRO, no problem. Really, no problem at all at that point. In my opinion, considering that it's one of the largest exchanges, and I'll do a video later today more so on CRO. But here's another example, and this is something, and I did a little video on yesterday, but I want to share this with everybody in the chat today during the live stream because I think this is important to think about, and something that I'm gonna continuously focus on. As we're getting closer to the bull market, and we're looking for more altcoin gems to consider buying. Ethereum is the largest smart chain, out there right now. It is the largest chain in terms of total value locked up. $22 billion is locked into Ethereum. You can see the top 10 here. Cronos is in the top 9. Actually recently flipped base, which is pretty cool. So Coinbase's chain is a little bit smaller than Cronos. That just goes to show you. Remember, Coinbase owns an insane amount of Bitcoin. They're one of the first exchanges or one of the largest exchanges, and Cronos has a bigger chain than them. Very good sign. Binance Smart Chain is number 3. That's the competitor to CRO that we like to talk about all the time. But there's a lot of great projects in here. And what you'll see, guys, is Cronos does have a good future in my mind because it is a top chain here. And as this chain starts to perform well and you click into the chain and you look, and by the way, I'm looking at DeFi Llama, you can see some of the top protocols. This is a DEX. This is a lending protocol. This is another DEX. You can see Fulcrum is a derivatives, futures, leverage trading exchange. This coin, Fulcrum, shout out to a member in the chat that was actually talking to me about this yesterday, said, look at Fulcrum. I totally missed the pump on Fulcrum, but it was a great reminder that these are things that we don't want to miss in crypto. Fulcrum's top 7. It's only got a $400,000 market cap, very low market cap, but a number 7 project on Cronos. If Cronos really rallies and becomes one of the top chains and, guys, gets to the top 5 rank and the market cap gets into several billions of dollars worth, 50 billion, 100 billion, these altcoins, these projects, these DEXs that have altcoins associated with them, VVS, Tonic, the Tectonic token, Pharaoh has its own token, I believe. MMF certainly does. I know Fulcrum does. These tokens can actually provide very big gains, but it doesn't have to stop just with Cronos, guys. I know we love Cronos a lot on this channel, but let's zoom out a little bit and look at the whole conversation. I've been talking a lot about some tokens that tends to perform well on Ethereum. Maker, I talk about all the time when I'm looking at the coins that are pumping. Maker's one that seems to pump all the time. Aave seems to pump all the time. Compound Finance seems to pump all the time. Uniswap seems to pump all the time. These are coins that we see pump. Why? They're the top projects on Ethereum. And so what I urge you guys to do is to look at this list. Look at this list and assess for yourself. Notice that Ethereum loses market share over time. This is what this shows. Total value locked up is going down for Ethereum versus other chains because there is attraction to some of these other chains from new investors that are coming into the market. And when you go and you look at, let's just say, the Solana ecosystem, what will you see? You'll see some of the top programs there. You'll see Marinade, Jito, Solend. Solend is one that I've looked at before. Radium, Orca is one. So there's coins in here. Serum is a coin that I know is very popular. I was looking at one point, these are tokens that when Solana pumps, you can expect them to pump. And, matter of fact, let's take a peek at this really quick because I want to share. So remember, Solana has been absolutely ripping over the last month, absolutely been crushing it. Now let's look as an example at Serum. How has Serum done? Let's look at last month. Serum, okay, so it's not a perfect example. Here you go. Here's the truth here. Serum didn't do very well over the last month, which is very, very interesting. Let's peek at this and let's see. See, we want to deal with facts here, guys. We want to deal with facts. Let's look at Soland. Is Soland a coin? I don't even know. See, guys, I'm not an expert on every single ecosystem. I learn every single day in this just like you. So I'm going to look at Soland right now. They do have their own token. Remember, this is one of the top projects on Solana. And it had a nice little spike at one point this month. Actually, a really nice. This is from bottom to top here. That was like a 100% move. So it had a spike, but didn't really rally. What's interesting to me is, so the Solana projects didn't rally. But as we explored just the other day, Cronos has obviously been pumping too. Solana pumped harder. But what's really interesting to me is this, guys. A coin like Fulcrum absolutely ripped over the last month. Absolutely ripped. Now, maybe it comes back down, and highly likely, matter of fact, guys, that this kind of comes back down. But look, this market cap went up to $646 billion. Absolutely incredible. It is up 88.85% over the last month. Over last year, though, still down. A lot of these projects, by the way, guys, are newer. People are still developing new projects for these smart chains. But something curious to look at that I want you guys to keep in mind and consider exploring as you're looking for new altcoins in this market, it wouldn't be a bad consideration to consider peeking, in my opinion, at some of these projects that are some of the top competitors on these chains. Look at the most popular chains, look at the most popular projects on those chains, and if those chains do well, then it's, I think, in my opinion, a safe assumption that in a full-fledged bull market, those little projects could potentially do very, very well as well, especially if they have such a low market cap like this. $600,000. Remember, if $8 trillion is getting flown into cryptos, you put $1 billion into this, and I don't even know what that is off the top of my head. It's like 100x or something crazy. How many times does $646,000 go into $1 billion? Probably 100 plus times, several hundred times, I think. A lot of money. It's a lot of money to be made. Not saying go buy Fulcrum, but it's certainly a great platform on Cronos. I've enjoyed it. I've used it. It's cool. I've tested it out with $10 here just to understand it for the community. I've looked at, VVS in the past, Tectonic. You got to be careful though, because anytime you're using any project that's leveraged, like Fulcrum is full on leverage, which is why I don't want to actually go in and use it. But, when it comes to Tectonic is leveraged too, less risky. It's borrowing more so. It's still technically leveraged though. Even that I don't want to do. I did it with a pretty big bag of money kind of coming into this bear market. And honestly, that didn't treat me too well. And so, you learn the lessons and you see what you want to do, what you don't want to do. There's a lot of great ways to utilize these tools. And what you're going to see is as crypto gets more popular, a lot of people, especially newcomers, are going to use these tools. Some people will do it responsibly. Some people will do it irresponsibly. But inevitably, if it's a good chain, these things are going to get more popular. These things are going to grow. And coins like this are going to explode. And that doesn't have to only be on the Cronos chain, guys. That could be on any of these chains that we've been exploring. You look at all these top chains, and there's a lot of different projects to check. Radium is one that I know a lot of people talk about for Solana. But you can look through all these guys, and you can see all the different chains on here. And I highly recommend you guys look at those. And it's something that we'll keep an eye out as well. I think competitive mode starts in like 2 days now for the Loaded Lion main city. So there's been a lot going on with that as well. Right now, though, for Bitcoin, for crypto overall, we are in limbo, guys. Let's peek in at the Bitcoin chart, see where we're at right now, and throw some questions in the chat, guys. Let's do a little Q&A here in a second. But I want to peek at where we're at. I'll go back to the 4 hourly candles for Bitcoin, and we'll see what's up. We got 52 viewers, guys, and 29 likes. Do me a favor. If you love the content, if you enjoy the analysis and some of the ideas I'm throwing your way, smash that like button up for me and consider subscribing to the channel. We keep the content coming, that's for sure. Ain't gonna stop. Mr. Planet Profit wants to see my my city. I will show you my city, Mr. Planet Profit. Just give me a sec. I gotta like unshare the screen and let's look at the chart real quick first. All right, what do we got, guys? What do we got? Who's in the chat? By half a cent, CRO can become history. Crypto is the future. I love what I'm hearing, guys. Absolutely love what I'm hearing. Let's see, guys. So, oh yeah. Howdy, missus. I don't know. I don't think she's been oh, she is in here. Chicken piccata tonight? Yeah. Is it chicken piccata night? I don't know. You tell me, babe. It's up to you. It's up to you. Update for the CRO card. Update in CRO card. There was an update on the crypto card terms and conditions. Staking rewards inside app. Talk about it maybe. QBA, good call out. I will look at the card terms. Absolutely. Myself, for those of you guys that know, some of you guys don't know, but I am currently a holder of this one right here. I have the rose gold card from crypto.com. I have very much enjoyed this card, and I've spent, I bought some coffee with, actually, I used a gift card for my Starbucks coffee this morning, which was very, very pleasant to not have to dig out of my own pocket. Any little dollar counts, guys. I don't care if you got $100. I don't care if you have $100,000. I don't care if you got $100 million. Save money where you can, guys. All right, save money where you can. It'll do you good to do that. All right, just save money at any chance you get. Because at the end of the day, if you're trying to make big gains on crypto, well, you'll have more money to do just that with. All right. What's piccata? Piccata, Mr. Planet Profit. Did you not see my 5 o'clock streams? We were having chicken piccata 2-3 times a week, my friend. Okay, we were chicken piccata. It's a delicious Italian dish. My wife is very Italian. Her grandmother, she talks like this. It's real. And so we got some Italian descent in the bloodline. You know, I'm Italian and Irish. She's like 120% Italian, and actually I think she's got some French, and she'll probably deny it in the chat here in a second. But chicken piccata is one of our favorite dishes. We had some sesame chicken last night. That's actually my very favorite dish. I really like Asian food. I like Asian food a lot. I really, really like Japanese food, and I also like like Korean barbecue stuff, like meats and sauces with rice, delicious, and all those little extra sides. Like my birthday's coming up November 11th, and I will be going to, I think, Korean barbecue. I think on my birthday. That's what we were talking about, at least. We'll see. What else is going on? Can you briefly talk about exchanges? Can anyone start an exchange? Do most of them fail? And what are some of the top exchanges? Great question, Sushi Satoshi. Thank you for the question, my friend. Let us answer your question. Now, there's a very simple way to figure out what the top exchanges are. So first up, my computer needs to stop being frozen on me. And then I'm going to go over to this tab right here, and I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. So there are a lot of exchanges. First of all, yes, it's very difficult to start an exchange. Why? Because you need billions of dollars, right? You need to be able to buy basically the amount of Bitcoin over the counter from other major exchanges or from other big holders of these cryptocurrencies to basically provide. You need to buy the Bitcoin in order to provide it to the consumers that are trying to buy it from you. And so it takes billions and billions and billions of dollars to do it, really. Probably millions, at least hundreds of millions, but likely billions. Binance is clearly the largest. And by the way, this is not totally accurate, but you can go to CoinMarketCap. You can go to this column right here. You can tap on this. You can go to exchanges, and you can do the drop down, and you can see there's different types of exchanges, right? Spot exchanges, those are very difficult. Derivative exchanges, very difficult. DEX exchanges, I think those are a little bit easier. More likely for somebody that's watching this channel to try to create an exchange. Maybe a DEX would be easier. I don't really know exactly all the details that go into it, but I know, with there's lower demand, you could probably keep up with it in a DEX more than if you launched like an international crypto exchange like Binance or Coinbase. How hard is it? Probably extremely difficult, but look at this, guys. They've got 1,500 different markets, 389 coins. I think they got more coins than that. I'm pretty sure they got way more coins than that. But what is this? $8 trillion? No, $8 billion. $8 billion worth of volume in a day. That's a lot of money, guys. And so you can see some of the top exchanges right here: Binance, Coinbase, Kraken, Bybit, KuCoin, OKX. Right? You see OKX in the top 20 coins. KuCoin is, I think, in the top 50. KuCoin typically rallies as well. If you're looking for competing coins to CRO, KuCoin, OKX, Binance all have coins. Kraken, I don't think, has its own token. Bybit doesn't have its own token. Coinbase doesn't have its own token. Bitstamp, I don't think it has its own token. Gate.io, I think it has its own token. BitGet doesn't have its own token. Neither does Upbit, neither does Bitfinex, I don't believe. HTX, I think, has it. Huobi token, there is a token there. And then number 13, climbing in rank, Crypto.com exchange. Historically, guys, CoinMarketCap, this great spot to look at your cryptos, has actually really ranked Crypto.com very low. It seems to be climbing up, which is good to see, but note this. Crypto.com is a long way to go when it comes to trading volume. It's only $859 million versus $8 billion of trading volume for Binance. Basically, 10x bigger is the trading volume for Binance. And so that kind of gives you an idea of at least where Cronos and Crypto.com is versus Binance. And you can see some of the other competitors kind of in that list. But there's a lot of great places to buy crypto, guys. A lot of great exchanges out there. I like to support them all. And sometimes you can only buy certain tokens in certain spots. And so, that's coming up as well. What else we got? Great question, Sushi. Thanks for the question. You can do a liquidity strategy for Pharaoh on Vino. Yeah, I mean, look, there's a lot of great ways to provide liquidity, okay? The problem is with providing liquidity is there's always risk, right? There's always risk in anything you want to do, guys. Okay, we just got to be real about that. And so what's your risk when you're providing liquidity? It's called impermanent loss. An impermanent loss is hard to explain, but essentially you take, all right, I'm going to put $20 into CRO, and I'm going to put $20 into VVS Finance. And I'm providing liquidity for a decentralized exchange. So what you do is you take two parts, $20 CRO, $20 VVS. I'm just using a CRO VVS liquidity pair as an example. And you put them together, okay? So now you've got $40 in to this trading pair, okay? Where anybody that wants to use this DEX, this decentralized exchange, where you're providing this liquidity, half CRO, half VVS, can now trade those assets in a decentralized fashion because you provided liquidity. That's what you're doing when you provide liquidity. The problem with that as a liquidity provider is when CRO goes up and your value of CRO goes up, and now your $20 worth of CRO turns into $25 worth of CRO, but your US dollar value of VVS, let's say VVS goes down to $19 in value, you start losing money. It's called impermanent loss. You're losing on the natural upside for CRO. If CRO goes up and VVS, it's kind of like it balances it out like water. You think of it like water in a glass. You keep earning what do you get for providing liquidity? You earn APY. What do you lose out on? Potential upside if one of the two tokens goes up faster than the other. You lose out on that upside for that token that goes up. Very hard to explain. That's the best possible explanation that I could give you for it. I understand it enough to know what kind of risk that I'm taking when I do it. I don't know how to explain that better than that. I hope that was a helpful little explanation for you guys there. I think it's important to understand. Impermanent loss is real. I've suffered impermanent loss. I don't like impermanent loss. Any news about SafeMoon? Forget about SafeMoon. SafeMoon's dead. It's over. It was never a good project. I never liked it. I never will like it. And, the founders are gone. So, if you've got a bag of SafeMoon, Godspeed. Godspeed. All right. Let's see what else is going on here, guys. So here, I'm gonna let me fix my screen. Give me 1 second, guys, because I want to see what you guys got going on right now in the chat. And frankly, I just can't see it at all. Boom. Okay. All right. Now we're back. We're back. Let's do this Q&A, folks. SafeMoon isn't gonna moon, and it isn't safe, says 2J3. Exactly. It is not safe, and I don't believe that it is going to moon either. I forgot I didn't have my light on. Oops. What else is going on, y'all? I'm having kind of a tech issue with my dual screen here, so I can't really show my city right now. I don't know, but let's keep going with the Q&A. See what else is going on. Surprise guest, Mrs. Crypto Kip's in the chat today. Absolutely wonderful. I see they burnt 200 million crow last night. Oh, I didn't see that. Moontosis, thank you for the comment. Yeah, I mean, we're burning a lot of crow. We're going to build 100 million crow, I think, over this course of this year. So that's going to be good. Yeah, more crow burns, better price action we can get. Or, hypothetically, at least. Not a guarantee. Oh, I love this. Marty in the chat. Just a few more months before I'm explaining it to Bitcoin to every other friend what Bitcoin is. Yeah. And in those months, they're going to sit on the sidelines. They're going to ask about it. They're going to sit on the sidelines. Then it's going to go up more. And then they're going to buy. And then there's going to be a big crash. And they're going to panic sell. And they're going to say, I hate Bitcoin. That's always how it goes, it seems. It's very, very hard to get into Bitcoin. Shout out to my brother-in-law to be, actually. If you're watching, happy for you. I got my sister-in-law's fiance. I got him into crypto, and he bought, guys. He nailed it. He listened to me. He's one of the good ones. He listened to me. He ended up buying at like 15K BTC or like 20K, and then it pumped to like 25K. Kabam! And he made bank, and I was like, yes, finally, I got somebody in at the right time. I just been trying to get my friends, my family into this market at the right time, and it's impossible. Nobody wants to listen. It's brutal. It's brutal. Our Powda asks, Crow, next level 12 cents. Honestly, guys, if we break solidly above 12 cents, if we break solidly above 6 cents for Crow, 12 cents is the next level. That's the level we crashed away from when FTX collapsed. I hope that answers the question. 2J3 wants to know about a $5 Crow. 2J3, I think it's a $5 Crow, brother. And yeah, I'm gonna let you know when I take profits. Guys, hold up. Stay with me. Don't go anywhere. This is interesting. You're gonna want to see it. All right. So what I've got here is, all right, this. I don't want to show you the whole thing. I don't want to show you the whole thing. But what you see here is this. All right. So if and then, this is if I have X amount of dollars, then I'm going to take this amount of dollars worth of profit. If I have this amount of dollars, I'm going to take this amount of dollars. So I have a plan. It's written down here. Unfortunately, this plan is actually a really bad plan. I'll be honest with you. And so, to be honest with you guys, I'm gonna redo the whole thing. I'm gonna redo the whole plan because you learn over time. All right. But that's my CRO coin profit taking strategy I laid out a while ago. Yes, I will let you guys know when I take profits. I'll be taking some profit before CRO hits $1. I'll be taking profit after CRO hits $1. I'll be definitely taking a profit before CRO hits $2. I might not even have any CRO left to sell anything if it hits $3, to give you an idea. Maybe I will. I mean, if it goes to $5 CRO, I'd be pretty upset. But at the same time, like, I don't know, you know? How many millions do you need, you know? You know what I'm saying? How many millions do you need? I don't know. I don't know. Money's cool. But, you know, profit taking is cooler. So it's an interesting journey. Yeah, $5 CRO. I'll be out before we hit $5. I can say I will have sold every last dime of my CRO before we hit $5. And that's not because I don't believe in the future of CRO. I think one day CRO could be, you know, even higher, right? And Bitcoin could be higher. But there's cycles, guys. There's bull cycles, there's bear cycles. And I'll probably, you know, sell it all and take some profit and buy back in a bear market, you know, after another 70, 80, 90% crash for altcoins, which will inevitably come after the next peak. And turn my couple million into a couple dozen million, right? That's kind of the idea. 2J3's got the chart screenshots from a few months ago. Yeah, wild to see those charts. Got a lot of screenshots of a lot of things from history. Oh man, oh gosh, guys, my screenshots from my portfolio in 2016 are wild. Yeah, really wild. I don't feel comfortable sharing it with you guys. I like to keep my exact amounts private just because, you know, security purposes, guys. It's scary enough being, you know, a public influencer. You gotta kind of keep a level of protection for yourself. Lifetime supply of chicken piccata at $5 CRO. Exactly. I'm game. There are these chicken breasts, guys. There are these chicken breasts. So, like, I get my meat from Jewel. Maybe that gives you an idea where I'm at in the world. We got Jewel around here. That's my, like, Mr. Crypto Kip likes that one. We get our chicken breasts from Jewel. It's where we get our steak. Great discounts from Jewel. Maybe you're down in Florida. Maybe you're using what do they use down there? They use, like, I'm trying to think of the name of it. Oh, I went to all these grocery stores. I was in a traveling musical. I traveled to 76 different cities in 9.5 months. And so I was at all these different grocery stores, but I still like Jewel. I like Jewel a lot. That's where I get my chicken, but my mom actually gets this guy who's like delivers meats to her door. He's the meat man. He's the meat man. And the meat man is like so talkative. He is so talkative. It's crazy. But he's very nice. And the thing is he's got the best meat in the world. He's got these individually wrapped chicken breasts that are like insane. And so, yeah, $5 CRO, to your point, Marty. Yeah. Lifetime supply of the meat man's chicken for my chicken piccata for sure. Cause it's really good meat. Marty says Chi-Town. A lot of jewels in Chi-Town. Is that where you're from, Marty? Are you from Chicago? I know Shy Sox fan for life is from Chicago. Yeah. Oh boy. My mom bought 100 Solana at $17. Who is your mom? Wow. Nice work, mom. 100 Solana at $17. That's crazy. Nice work, mom. Yeah, Black Sea was buying Solana at like $8. Killing it. I was scared of Solana, guys. I'll tell you the truth. You heard me saying it. If you've been watching, I was scared of Solana. But here it comes. Here it comes back. Maybe I listened to Ben Armstrong too much. Maybe. I don't know. You know, he was saying Solana was dead. The thing that got me scared about Solana was the FTX ties. And that you can't deny. That was real. And also like hedge fund investors, which like I don't trust those guys. They propped it up. Just crazy. I just didn't like it. It just didn't leave a good taste in my mouth. So, yeah, no, that was tough. But Marty, formerly from Chicago, now in Texas. Yep, I hear you, Marty. I hear you, Marty. Texas. Everybody's moving to Texas. Where are you at in Texas, Marty? Austin? Did you move down there with the Joe Rogan squad? Everybody loves Joe Rogan's moving to Texas. Yeah, he's like trying to get all his friends to move down there. I'm a Joe Rogan bro. Me and Black C, we crack up about that. I tell him like this story. And I'll be like, so I was listening to Joe. Every good story I have is like, so I was listening to Joe Rogan. He's like, oh gosh. It's like, I don't know. I like him. It's interesting. I just like the podcast format. You know, the dialogue of talking for 2 to 3 hours. And you know, this is kind of why I like these Q&As and these conversations at the end of these live streams, because I think that's when you get the most honest form of dialogue with anybody, an influencer, whatever, you know, a celebrity like Joe, or just a guy who likes chicken piccata like me. You're in Austin. Oh, that's so good. Oh my gosh. Oh, I nailed it. Man, Marty, that's great. I went to Austin. Did you, yeah, what do you like about Austin, brother? It was cool. Me and Mrs. Crypto Kip, we ended up, what did we do? We rented a Tesla down there, and we had a little trip down there, and fun story actually. So yeah, Joe Rogan's trying to start a comedy club, and I think he's a funny stand-up comedian, and I wanted to see his club, so we went down there and we were like, yeah, we're gonna go see Joe Rogan's club. It was like a year before he even built it. So I really dropped the ball on the research there. I researched crypto better than I researched my trips, I guess. Oops. Oh well. We still had fun. Sushi Satoshi from Chillicothe, Illinois. Oh, yeah. All right. 2J3 from Houston, Texas. All right, we got a couple Texans in the chat thing. G says VVS halving, all emissions cut in half on November 9th. Oh, interesting. Okay, let's see. We'll see if VVS pumps. G, I think it was you that, shout out to you, G, because I think you're the one that looked at, were you the one that told me about Fulcrum yesterday, G? Let me know in the chat. Because you got my mind back where it needed to be. And so shout out to you. You guys make the content better. You guys make me better. You guys help me do my research for these videos and just for my own bags. Because, you know, Fulcrum. Yeah, it was you. Great idea. Looking at Fulcrum, not to say that's like the end all be all coin or whatever, but it was a great call out because it made me think about what I went through earlier in the video, which is look at all the different chains, guys. Look at all the different altcoins in those chains, because there's going to be a lot of gains on some of those altcoins with those chains. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy. Super crazy. Crazy, man. Nah, getting weird. Coffee's kicking in. Okay, I'll be honest. It was Skokie, not quite Chicago. Marty, you're such a Chicago guy, because that's what everybody says, you know, if you're from Chicago. The Chicago people on vacation, what do? They go, you know, oh, where are you from? And they go, oh, Chicago. And then they always have an explanation for like, no, I'm actually from the suburbs. It's always how it is. That's so funny. That's funny. HTX Space City. Hey, you're bullish on HTX, TJ3? They rebranded their exchange after FTX. No, I mean, I'm bullish on it too. I'm bullish on all the exchange tokens, to be honest with you. I was bullish on FTX token. I almost bought some FTX token before the collapse. Glad I didn't. I feel bad because we talked about the FTX token a little bit, but I never pulled the trigger. I was talking about maybe how I wanted to buy, and then like it collapsed right before I pulled the trigger on buying some. There was even a second where I was like, maybe I should sell some CRO for FTX. That would have been the worst decision I made in crypto. Wow, that would have been terrible. I would have been kicking myself so hard when CRO hit $2. The day when we say, remember buying Bitcoin at 30K. Yeah. It's coming soon. Sooner than you think, okay? Sooner than you think. Yeah, I mean, I feel bad. You know, I talk about, you know, key levels, key resistances for crypto. And I say, you know, 35K is a tough level for us to break above. I think that it's going to be tough. And we might crash back down to 25K. It was looking at 20K for a while. I only do it because I keep, you know, try to keep my head on my shoulders and think about realistic moves in the short term. I've been through it before. And in the long term, though, and long term's even 5 months, you We could be so much higher than this, guys, in 5 months. It's totally possible. Totally possible. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, guys. Well, I really enjoyed this. Thanks, everybody, for joining us. Marty, I think you're a new face. Welcome. Welcome to the live stream session. Glad to have everybody here. QBA. Oh, I missed QBA's question before I go. At what price are you planning to start going out of CRO, and in what amount in percentage? QBA, I got to rewrite that strategy, brother. 80 cents. 80 cents is probably my first tranche where I want to sell. 80 cents CRO. And I probably want to sell... I probably just want to sell like a very small amount, like $5,000 worth, not percentage. I mean, I just want to sell $5,000 worth just to like pay off towards my car. The only debt that I have besides this house that I'm going for now, closing on November 13th, is my car. I owe $11,000 on my Subaru Forester, and I just want to pay that off. So, take out $5,000 at 80 cents, maybe take out another 5 at 90 cents, maybe take out another 5 at $1. I don't know. Just take out like $5K every 10 cents at that point. I gotta rewrite the strategy. I gotta do it again, because this strategy that I had written down on this piece of paper is terrible. I don't want to go into the detail of it, but it's just not a good strategy. But I'm gonna put together, what I'll do is I'll put together a new strategy, one that I can kind of relay to you guys exactly, to give you an idea of what the thoughts are. What the thoughts are. Mr. Space Ripper. What? I like that name, Mr. Space Ripper. Is that like from a video game? Oh, no. You got a CRO coin. You want to rip into space. I got you. Will you upgrade your card when CRO hits $5? I don't know. But you are sharp, because yes, well, some of you guys are like, well, wait, I'm confused. Don't you have the rose gold card? Well, yes, I have the rose gold card, but Mr. Space Ripper, that just shows me you've been watching, because I got rid of the perks for my rose gold card. Or maybe you're asking if I'll upgrade to Obsidian. Just so you guys know, I do have the rose gold card, but I unlocked all my CRO and I put it into the DeFi side instead. And so I lost all my benefits for the card. He's asking either will I upgrade my rose gold card and get my benefits back, or will I upgrade to Obsidian? Hard to say. I don't think I will. I want to go for the real world assets now. It's cool. It's fun. It's kind of gimmicky. There's some perks. There's some cash back. But I kind of just want to like establish my life, buy some real estate, and build some cash instead of locking a bunch of money up into an Obsidian. I want to like start living life in my 30s, and like I'm moving out of the rental times, and turning 31 on the 13th. And so Mrs. Crypto Kip is probably just loving hearing this. Yeah, we want to exit crypto. We want to start living that good life, and showing you guys too the perks of profit taking, and be an example for the community. But maybe, if I have enough money and it's reasonable, who knows? I'll leave it all on the table. There's options. Mrs. Crypto Kip and I will have a discussion. We'll figure it out. All right. Bought off my car recently. Such a great feeling to no longer have these lease payments. Yes. Guys, eliminate your debts if you can. Eliminate your debts. Reggie Nuts. Good to see you, Reggie. Thanks for joining us, brother. Guys, to be debt-free is to be free of the chains and shackles of modern-day society. Modern-day society is designed to really, keep you a slave to financing, right? They want you to continue to pay the bank every single day, every single month, every single week, more and more interest. And you don't want that. You don't want that, guys. on that card. Have the same one. I will soon unlock my CRO, but I will restake as soon as I will unstake. CRO will be worth more and more. All you need is 3,500 to keep benefits. So you unstake and sell extra. Well, 3,500 for the... You need $40,000 for the rose gold card. So, you know, rose gold is tough. But the, you know, what is it? The blue one is a little bit easier to, you know, justify. Maybe I'll just do that. Maybe I'll just pull that tier and upgrade my card to some one low ones just to kind of have it. All right, guys. Well, that's not bad. That you're doing well. I wish more people were straight in the head. Just like, oh, thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate that, QBA. Thank you. Well, that's the thing about this channel is, you know, a lot of people out there will say like, this is, oh, gotta be careful. This is going to happen. You know, this will happen. This is coming. This is for sure thing. You know, I'm crypto till death do us part. That's not the way. And the real way is your own way. And anybody who tells you differently is lying to you. There is no opinion that's the right opinion. You just take a variety of opinions and you formulate your own. And that's, if you're not a skeptic, then you're a sheep, you know? And don't be a sheep, be a wolf. Okay, guys, be a wolf. Get out there and carve your own destiny. You know what I mean? That's, come up with your own opinions. I want to give you guys a variety of opinions here. I'm a bull with bearish tendencies. No, I don't know. I'm a bull with realistic head on my shoulders as much as I can because I've been in the market since 2016, and so I know the story. I know the story. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe just one obsidian for the wife. Oh, Mr. Space. Maybe just one or two, you know. Ha! You guys are funny. All right, guys, what a fun stream. That's all I got. You know, we've been here for over an hour. I think it's time. I'm going to go enjoy the rest of this coffee. And I got another video, to do for you guys later today. Let me know what other content you guys want to see out there. I hope you guys enjoy this. But thanks so much for joining me today, guys. That's all I got in this one. I'm Crypto Kip. This is the Crypto Report. Don't forget to smash the like button. Subscribe to the channel for more crypto content like this. By the way, if you want to become a member on this channel, you want to become a member on this channel, then you can do so in the link in the description down below. You get access to our private Discord. Also, if you become a member, know that we are giving away $500 every single month to one lucky member. When we hit 100 members on the channel, we're currently at 20 members, so we have a long way to go, but I'm excited to start doing those giveaways. A little lottery for the loyal fans out there. That's all I got, guys. I'm Crypto Kip. This is Crypto Report. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you next time, folks. Peace.